Reverend Nathanael Saint Pierre, and he is the pastor of the Haitian Congregation of the Good Samaritan Episcopal Church in the Bronx here. We thank you so much for joining us, Pastor.
Thank you for having me.
As we know, your congregation is based here in the Borough of the Bronx, yes. And you have a Haitian population. You yourself are of Haitian descent as well. First of all, your thoughts on where things stand today, right now, before we even talk about your church.
The government officially declared that the rescue is over. Of course, in the meantime, some people are still found alive. You know, I am pastoring some families that doesn't want to just close their arms and say it's over. It will be over until it is over. I believe that so far people are still hoping that their loved one will be found alive. And people that are alive are expecting the help to get to them. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, it is not getting there yet.
Let's talk about your congregation in particular. Right here in the Borough of the Bronx, you've got people. This is a couple of things. Number one, you've got people who've got families over there already.
Oh, definitely, yes.
And how many congregants do you have that have families?
I have 60 families. Okay. And among those 60 families, I do have maybe 15 of them that still have lots of connection down there. And when you are talking about Haitian, we are all kind of family, right? You know? Because we don't consider just husband and wife and kids to be the family. You know, it is extended to uncle, niece, nephew, you know. Mm-hmm. Even myself, I am in the positions, I only connected with my little niece. She is the daughter of my nephew, you know, and I only connected with her only today. I received a phone call and she told me that she was alive and she was safe. Obviously. So you see, it was like 13 days where you are asking yourself, her school is destroyed. I spoke to the priest that is in charge of her school. She didn't have any news to give me because school was already done and over at the time that this happened. And I only learned today that she was alive and we were able to speak.
Wow, so even 13 days later, you yourself even received good news. Yes. But now, we do know in your congregation, you have those people who still not even heard a word about some family members as well. But you've got a double dynamic going on in your congregation too, because right now you have people from Haiti who were just visiting and trying to go back.
Yes, which means that we are kind of having to try to establish contact and to manage the situation on both ends. In Haiti, right now, my congregation is focusing to collecting enough money to buy some satellite phone that we can provide to community leaders so they can connect families with us. That's one side of it. And the second side is with those families, they were here visiting the country without any intention to stay, and suddenly, bam, this thing happened, and they don't have enough money to face the situation. They were not equipped to live here during the winter. They didn't have a house ready to receive them, and we end up having to manage the situation with them also.
I want to talk about this family in just a second. We want to tell you, too, that you can share in on our conversation by calling 718-960-7241 as we discuss the situation in Haiti. Once again, 718-960-7241. We'll be able to open up the phone lines if you want to talk to the pastor. If you want to find out how you could actually help, he's going to be able to share that information with you in just a few seconds. And if you have a question or a comment, be sure to drop us a line at that number, 718-960-7241, here on Perspectives. So with this the families that you had here from Haiti, they have nothing. And what is their position or what is their feeling about wanting to go back?
They want to go back. I am taking one example. I have a lady, she came here with her daughter just to have her visit the country, but the husband is down there, you know. It is not only the husband, it is the, you know, what connection most of the time between father and daughter. So it's an everyday request. She wants to see her dad. She wants to speak to her dad. And now connection with Haiti is not something easy. So you have to face all those situations and provide them with not only food. They were sheltered by a family. And that family will not be able to sustain them for more than maybe two more weeks. So they will have to move. Yesterday I went with her to register for a school, and it is difficult because those people do not have paperwork. They don't have a proof of address. you know. And most of the time, you know, it's a Haitian who lives somewhere, it's sub-rent, and they don't have anything under their name. They just have a cell phone right now.
Right.
And it is difficult to establish any proof of residence for them. It's really complicated.
Let's talk about that in a second. I got to go to the phone lines right now. As we said, you can call in and share with us, 718-960-7241, where you can share a little bit of your perspective here. We're going to open up your phone lines and your name and where you're calling from tonight.
I'm calling from the Bronx. My name is Dr. Vladimir Jean.
Okay.
I want to say
hold on one second.
you.
Before, hold on, just let me. I don't want to cut you off. I just want them to turn you up just a little bit more here in studio, so we both could be able to hear you. That's a technical thing, but you go ahead and talk right now. Go ahead. Okay, you're there? Yes.
First of all, I want to congratulate you and thank you for the effort you're doing for the Haitian people. And then secondly, I would love to say thank you to Pastor Saint Pierre. Sorry, we have recently spoken 2 days ago. I remember.
Well, let me say this too. We can hear you, but it's also going to be important if you're watching television or you're watching this on television, you're going to have to turn your television down because we're getting some kickback and feedback so we can be able to hear you real clear. And we definitely want to hear from you. So if you can turn that down and then still talk to us at the same time, that'll work.
Do you hear me better now? Because it's very down.
Okay. Okay, so talk to us.
Yes, it's to make a follow-up about what the pastor is saying. Like, we have a lot of people now actually in Haiti who really need our help. But what is happening, there's no...
What's happening is, I guess we lost him, and hopefully we'll get a chance to get back to him. Let me ask you this question. It was decided on Saturday to end the search and rescue portion by the Haitian government. Yeah. Your feelings on the Haitian government so far, considering the fact that from all accounts, it seems as though their presence has been more of an absence than a presence?
Listen, I don't want to get involved in the politics of it, okay? But not because I don't want to face the responsibility of criticizing when, you know, when it is so easy to criticize. But those people are people without any tools, without any structures, okay? And respond to such a huge catastrophe will require them to be so competent that I cannot blame them, you know? And right now, unfortunately, they were so disorganized, you know.
Before the earthquake,
so
right.
You cannot expect them to be super organized during the event, okay? So I don't blame them. I just assume that Haiti has a lack of leadership, and we need to do, you know, we need to face this situation and modify it for the future. We need to train, educate people that can really, you know, take over and do something that those people were not able to do. You know?
Well, Pastor Saint Pierre, let's talk about those families again. Have you been able to get some assistance, whether it's to elected officials or people here, to try to help them through their situation and their transition?
Listen, I've been able to get minor assistance so far. But when we are talking about, for example, a fee for their TPS application, those people are not working. They were here as visitors. They maybe carried $1,000 for the whole time that they were going to stay here, that they spent buying things, you know, that they thought that they were going to bring back home in order to sell home, you know. And unfortunately, this money is now gone. And they end up with boxes of things, but they have no place to go with them, and they don't have the money. So when, for example, we have people talking about TPS application, and those people do not have the means to apply for TPS, it's an issue that we want to be able to cover. For one person to be able to apply for TPS, they will have to pay $470. It's $50 for the TPS application, $80 for biometrics, meaning fingerprints and pictures, etc., etc. They will have to pay their passport picture with the application, and after that there is a $350 for employment authorization. Those people cannot afford that. Added to that, they have to still contribute to the people that, you know, host them.